Hi, some people, Skyak here. Welcome to the Kerbal Space Program. KSP Mods Weekly, Week 2. Yeah, so, thanks for all the support on the previous episode. And sorry for my voice being a little hoarse right now. I did a lot of yelling at some hockey games over the weekend. But, yes, we will be doing Week 2. And I'm following a similar format to what I did Week 1, because I think it went over pretty well, except hopefully better. Maybe with some separation of the mods a little bit and some stuff. So, the first mod we'll be looking at does not involve Kerbal at all. In fact, we're looking at another planetary system mod. And let me zoom in on... there we go. This is pretty crazy, guys. And I really, actually, just because this is so crazy, I kind of want to do it in my KSP playthrough. But just send out like a big ship out here. But it's I don't know. I'll have to think about it. This one is a little bit different than last week. For starters, the majority of the planets are not on a highly inclined orbit as compared to the rings. That is nice. Second off, in this pack, called the Youngest Planet Pack, by the way, by iBuckshot 5. He does a very good job explaining what some of this stuff is. For example, the crust here is a captured comet. Oh, that makes sense. It's on a very different orbit. So we're going to fly through these here. Jungus, big green gas giant with rings. Has some shepherding moons in here. In the description, he actually names some of the residences these moons are on. So he's obviously put some thought into this, and these really do follow some pretty interesting trajectories and stuff. So I'm just going to go through these here. Next we have Kerr, which is it looks like a blob of something radioactive. It's very vibrant in comparison to well, actually, real life, but it's actually right up there with a lot of the normal stuff. I'd like something a little more nulled down. I will keep saying that till I find a planet pack that does. Next we got Rame, which looks like a big... it's a potato. Elos, which is it's another blob of green rock. Habus, which is interesting. It's like a small Kerbal. I think it's like a more habitable Eve, and I like it actually quite a bit. Got a volcano on the South Pole and all sorts of crazy stuff going on. I like this planet an awful lot. We'll be looking at it later. Oceanus, which is something we haven't really seen. It's a water world. Yeah, with like one small little speck of land. So, water world's very interesting. Would like to see one in real life, but you know, or well, not actually see it, but NASA have NASA or the ESA find one. We got Fen, which I believe is its moon. Nope, it's on its own orbit. Excuse me. Another very bright planet. I think this is actually using the same mesh as one of the inner moons. Fonzo, very bright and vibrant, but not like ridiculously so. This could definitely be due to iron. I don't know what's going up with the white here. This could very well be snow. I'm not sure what geographically is going on with that. However, it is a very nice planet. Maybe a little crazy with the height of the land, the topography, but moving on. This one, no, this one's on its own orbit again. Dang. This one looks like somebody put like Orange Dream Pop onto a snowball. Just moving on. Desat, another dust planet. Blue Hill, very orange, very Kerbal-esque, but orange. I don't know. And then its moon, Nasheen, again, very, very vibrant. Doppy, which is a vibrant blue planet. Proteus, this one's the potato planet, that's for sure, or the potato moon, that's definitely for sure. It's kind of porcupine-y, hedgehog-y, I guess. And got Crust here, which is another vibrant turquoise. Kin, which is again very, very bright. Next up, we have the Cryogenic Engine Pack by Nerda_01. These engines are liquid hydrogen oxygen, which it's very immersive if you're looking to follow like a real kind of life dealio here. Now, the way you set these up is there's an included tank manager, which is actually interstellar fuel switch, so that's bundled with it along with a few other small config files and stuff. What's interesting about these engines is they offer a very, well, not ridiculously high ISP, but above the stock engines. But since hydrogen is so massive to put into tanks, your tanks might have to be larger for certain ships. It does make sense though, totally. And yeah, they're pretty cool. All custom particle effects. And I'm actually going to launch a rocket using this smaller engine right here. It gets into orbit pretty easy. I think I actually might port these engines into my game too, because they are very interesting. So I'm just going to jump into that. So, according to Scott Manley, this is new me talking. Yeah, so this is actually a pretty standard launch using a pretty standard rocket. Just the large 1.25 meter tank with the swivel engine on the bottom, and just burn through one of those, and out comes the small hydrogen engine. I really do like this engine. Like I said, I'll probably be pouring these into my new save game. Anyway, this gets us up through the upper atmosphere really efficiently on that small tank, and it's carrying a pretty heavy pod, so I'm just going to kind of let that sink in a little bit. If you wanted to put something, a payload that wasn't a Kerbal on a heavy pod, because that pod weighs about a ton, you could probably put something into some pretty nice orbits with it. So I start the circularization burn with that engine, finish it off with the Terrier on the quarter-size tank. Have some troubles with it gimbling all over the place. Yeah, and just about, and boom. There we go, in orbit. So the next mod I have for you is Taurus HCV 3.75 meter CSM system, which includes a 3.75 meter pod to the pods list. It includes a 3.75 meter science station or science lab, small flat tanks, engines, and a large nuclear engine, which is actually very interesting. And I will be demonstrating this shortly by crashing it into Habitus here. But it does have some very interesting IVAs. All the habitable modules have IVAs. So, and some of them have multiple ones. So we will be looking at Valentina's in here. The other Kerbals are above me currently. And this is a very large module. It'll be very cool for spaceships and such. A recommended mod I would put with this is Fire Spitter, so you can indeed actually use some of these monitors. But we can, let's see, we can look at Bob's IVA here. Valentina is directly below us. Very cool looking, very, very crazy looking control panel. And then the piece de resistance, we have Jebediah and his IVA. Now this is the little science lab, and I think it looks pretty sweet in here, to be honest. I could probably use a few more props other than just a laptop or two sitting around. And again, if we had Fire Spitter in here, we could have some pretty cool displays and such. So that's that. One thing I want to demonstrate, and I really should have put more reaction wheels on this, is... Actually, I can just get them to turn it retrograde, can't I? And we're just going to activate engine. So we have smaller engines on here too. to provide additional thrust. Now if I could see, they're toggleable like that. I'm not sure, like I believe these are nuclear too, but we are just going to be doing a quick deorbit with this. Shut it off. I don't know what I just staged there, to be honest. We'll stage manually. Okay. So decouple that. And in here we have a small, I did not include RCS. So let's just activate this engine. It's called the Quadroodle, or Quadoodle. It's basically 4 Poodle engines. And works very nicely with this small tank because it's pretty fuel efficient. 375 seconds for specific impulse is pretty dang good. So not as good as the nuclear engine, of course, but makes a nice little service module. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Bump off of us. There we go. If my luck, this thing's gonna fall on us. Hopefully we'll be able to play this shooting time. This is... Oh, we are going to be crashing into the ground. There is like no atmosphere here. Well, goodbye everybody. Goodbye guys. You were a great crew. Valentina's very like... Oh boy. Yeah, should probably test the atmosphere, but we're coming in pretty quick. So thanks for watching, my awesome people, and I will see you guys in the next episode. See you later, awesome people.